All right, we're double dipping today as we enter the next level in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, which is Helicarrier Havoc. But before we officially get into that stage, there's actually a transition moment here where we actually follow Captain America as he discovers or attempts to discover the weapons from Phase 2. And so what we have to do is we have to wander around the helicarrier with everybody's favorite guy who wasn't in the movie, Agent Williams. And then, we have to find a series of boxes. Now, of course, if you know the movie, you know that the real box is located down in the hangar. However, it's likely that the way the game does it, it's always going to be the last box that you run into. And here we get the brief interrogation between Black Widow and Loki. But we're not worried about that. We just want access to this box. So it clearly wasn't over here. So we're going to wander around to the other side of the detention cell. And you can see Loki, a couple different Lokis, actually. It looked like one of them was holding a teddy bear. And we find the box that we're looking for in the detention cell. Now, the detention cell of the helicarrier in LEGO Marvel Superheroes was used as a area where you could create big figs. Unfortunately, it no longer has that capability, even when you get into free play. It's just a room. But this is the first time that we have access to the SHIELD helicarrier. Unfortunately, like I said, we do not have access to all the features that it will have once it's unlocked in free play after the end of the Avengers story arc. So, for instance, we're in the med bay here. And in the med bay is the character customizer. But if we were to go over there, we would not be able to access it right now. Instead, we're going to run around up here in a location that during free play will be on fire.
Why on earth was someone storing these in here?
And we keep finding more stuff in these boxes. It's not what we're looking for. Oh, there's a purple stud back there. Not necessary for you to grab it right now, just because it doesn't do you any real good as far as level progression. We are not technically within the Helicarrier Havoc level. This is not gaining us any studs toward True Avenger rank. We've got 2 boxes left, and the place to go find those boxes is down in the hangar. So we're going to run through the hallway here and into the control room. SHIELD control room is exactly the same as it looked in LEGO Marvel Superheroes, with a few minor differences. A lot of the computer bays can be destroyed for studs. And then we come into the hangar, and the hangar is designed a little bit differently than it was in LEGO Marvel Superheroes. It's kind of a bare place in that game. This time has a little bit more life. For instance, it has, you'll actually find aircraft in the hangar every now and then. And this is, I think, maybe one of the few things we actually need Agent Williams for, to shoot those 2 things on the plane, to find another box, and this box is also empty. So now it's time for us to access the final box. And we have to do a little bit of work to get to that one. Got to break some stuff, and in the nature of LEGO stuff, after we break it, we got to build some more stuff.
Okay, if SHIELD is hiding something, then I'm definitely 100% sure that whatever it is, it's gonna be inside here. Maybe.
And there's our final box. And then after a little bit of difficulty jumping around in this area, we're going to break it with our shield and discover the Phase 2 weapons. Now in the movie, of course, this is what turns Captain America onto the idea that Nick Fury perhaps is not on the level. And so now we're going to run back to the med bay and see how Bruce and Tony are doing, since the last time we left them, Bruce and Tony were working on the Scepter, and Tony was hacking S.H.I.E.L.D.'s computer systems. Now that business is handled in a cutscene, which I have removed. Those are, kept getting sort of content ID warnings on some of the cutscene stuff. So we're going to go right into the level of Helicarrier Havoc. And in the last cutscene, you would have seen the the argument about what exactly is going on between all the Avengers. All of which is going to lead to, or the plan, Loki's plan, is that will cause the Hulk to emerge. So here we go. We get the nut shot here on Banner. And Black Widow is trying to talk him out of it. And he hits the table with his head. And he gets a wrench on his anvil. And yeah, we're doomed. We're pretty... Yeah. The Hulk is coming. And like the other characters in the Avengers part of the storyline, the Hulk has the same figure here that he had in Lego Marvel Superheroes. He will use the updated Age of Ultron look, as part of that storyline, as we've already seen when we played Struck Off the List at the beginning of the game. So here we're doing the scene where we're having to get away from the Hulk, and for some reason we have Agent Williams with us, despite the fact that Black Widow can do everything that Agent Williams can do and a few other things. For instance, she has 2 guns, where Agent Williams only has 1. She has acrobat skill. She's also recognized by S.H.I.E.L.D. monitors. Of course, there's a couple of free play items over there. One, a Captain America S.H.I.E.L.D. point. The other being I think something for Hawkeye. Now, if you don't get to the door faster than the Hulk, the game will put you back where you last were. In this case, it actually advanced us a little bit, but you can, not making it to the door before the Hulk does is instant death. So we're going to use the PDA power here to figure out what's going on with this forklift. And like I said, Agent Williams not really needed here. I'm not sure why they handed him to us. Because of the timed nature of this level, you have to be careful when you come back in free play when you're looking for objects. So in this section, I'm not really concerned so much about getting studs. Although that means that we'll probably end up missing the true Avenger rank. Not that with the amount of dying that we were doing that we wouldn't have missed it anyway. And I don't really know what happened there in those two jumps. I mean, clearly I was trying to jump onto the acrobat platform, and clearly the game didn't let me do it twice. So, and that time we just fell off for no apparent reason. I guess I didn't act fast enough. But basically I'm going to give up on this and just go ahead and jump through, before I waste all my studs doing this. Although I did get that purple stud before I failed that time. So I guess I came out even. Okay, and that time we jumped, I thought we made it, and we didn't. So that was good. Now you can fight these objects, but understand that it's going to slow you down trying to get away from the Hulk. And so we're going to find another moving conveyor series. And we made it to the end here, just in time for Thor to engage the Hulk. And this will lead us to another quick time battle event. There's not much you can do in this other than press the buttons, although it looks like you could move around and destroy things in this area. You can't switch characters from Thor to Black Widow. We get this cute scene with the fish instead of Mjolnir hitting Hulk in the face.